So guys, I was going to do an update on my sagittal band issue where, and I think you guys have seen the video where my ring finger knuckle tends to slip off. Now I want to show you in contrast. I want you to see, this is my right hand. This is the one that has no issue. And so you can easily see that those knuckle tendons, now like in my number one, it meets at the very, very center of the knuckle, and it doesn't slip off to the right or to the left. It kind of stays right there in the center. Same thing with the middle one. Even if I'm isolating the middle one, you know, that thing stays right almost directly over the center. And this is the ring one, and it's a little bit different. Now, I don't know if you can see, I'm trying to show you the tendons between them. There are these rope tendons, if you will, that connect between, let me see if I can set this thing down. Okay. In between, you've got these, it's right here, it's sliding up and down, so I can feel it even. It's right here, it goes back, it comes forward. Let's see if you can see, you can almost see it there. You can see it more pronounced right here, moving up and down. That little, that's a, just imagine it as a suspensory, controlling, stabilizing ligament is what it is, that comes between these two tendons reaching up over the center, and it keeps those in homeostasis. Now, you can see them really good. My other hand shows them a lot better because it's thinner. I guess it's because I play guitar. You can really see this one a lot better over here. But this ligament here in my left hand, this is my right one, in this hand, my ring finger, it tends to slip off to the outside toward my pinky when I do this, isolate it out. And as I said prior, it actually slipped into this channel and snapped my finger back up like this. It didn't break the rest of this stuff. All of that, if you ever see the picture, maybe I'll take the picture and I'll show it. The white tissue that surrounds the knuckles called the sagittal band. So my sagittal band, fortunately, has not ruptured in here. It's intact. It's just, I think honestly that this ligament between the two has gotten stretched. And I think I know a couple of the reasons that contributed to it getting stretched. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So what I've found, though, is that you can see it right here. That's that ligament. That's literally what that ligament is right here. If you press in on it, it kind of stretches it a little bit and it pulls it off from this side because they stay in a balance. So it'll move back and forth. So on my left hand, if I isolate this, see it rolls just a little bit off toward the pinky, okay? Comes back in, and it's far more stable now than it was in my prior videos. And if I put a little tension on it, it'll get worse. And I'm not gonna put tension on it because I've been wearing that sagittal band brace in between playing guitar, and I have been putting it in my paraffin wax, and I've been doing the TENS unit, and I'm just letting it heal and rest. In addition to that, I've decided to start stretching just mildly that ligament between the ring finger and the pinky. And I'll show you how I've did it and what brought me to this decision in a second. So my phone case is magnetized, and I have this piece. It fits on the back of this thing, so it's always got this piece, pop socket or whatever it is. You guys know what this is. You've seen them before. Here's one thing that I didn't realize that I was doing. I was sticking this in between here and sliding it. I would slide this thing all, in fact, I'll do it. I'll show you what I've been doing to stretch mine on the pinky side. All right, see, you can see that it's stretching that ligament between my pinky and my ring finger. But I had it between the second and third fingers. I'd set it there and I'd have my phone on it. Just imagine my phone's on it. And it would sit here like this. And it was lazy, honestly, because I wouldn't have to do anything. It just kind of sticks in there, shoved all the way in. And I'll bet you that, take this out, that and coupled with the surgery that I had on the middle one. So this middle surgery also puts a little, you see how that thing on my pinky there is sliding off to the edge? It tends to do it whenever the pinky pulls with it. Now, if I pull the pinky with it, it doesn't. See, if I leave the pinky up and roll down, it looks like it's wanting to come off over here. You see that? It's far less. It was worse. If I put tension on it, it'll get a little worse, but it's definitely better. And as I said, I've been sliding this in here just a little bit, not too much. And I'm trying to stretch. In fact, let's see if I do that. See, there's less pull when I have that thing stretched out. So I've been putting it in there for maybe 5 minutes at a time, not too much time. I don't want to put a ton of stretch on this thing, but I just wanted to add, I'm not a doctor. I'm doing all these things off of intuition and what I think, and I don't necessarily think that you should follow my advice. It's just to give you an idea of something that could be happening with your own hand. To evaluate it for your own. Talk to your doctor, your hand surgeon, your rehab surgeon, or your tech or whatever, because I just play this stuff by ear. And again, I'm not taking it. It's very, very mild. I'm not doing this aggressively, and I don't do it all day long. Like literally, if I counted right now the amount of time that I've stuck that thing and slid it all the way to the hilt and just let it sit there, the cumulative time in total is 30 minutes tops. So I've not done it much, and I've noticed a little improvement. So I don't think that it takes much, and it probably doesn't take much to knock it out of kilter. Just be cognizant that your hand that you're doing, the things that you do daily, might impact that. So you could be helping or hurting the ability for that tendon to slip off your knuckle. Just pay attention to it. I think getting those tendon ligament suspensory thing between 3 and 4 is helping. I've actually been playing guitar a little more, and it's been less and less and less. I don't notice that thing as much. I've been making a nice tight fist, and even though it's a little off center, it's not a ton off center. It was way off center. When I say way off, it was probably 10% more than it is now. But you see it's move over though. It still wants to move over. I'm trying to get it conditioned to not. There's something I wanted to add. I didn't think about it till just now, but the nature of the surgery of when they repaired my middle finger, I think that how they do it is, since that band, which is like a cigar round band like this that would be around that knuckle, since that ruptures this way, like a tear between it going this way, when they sew it back together, they have to pull tissue together that may otherwise not be close, and it may put an extra stress between these two, the number 2 and my middle and my number 3. So that ligament that slides up and down between the two, it might be getting a slight bit more tension than it used to, resulting in a stretchier distance between. I can't do it with one hand, but basically between middle and third, that ligament that's down in here might be longer right there than it is on my right hand, or would have been if I didn't have to have surgery, because I think it may be stressed a little bit toward the middle because of the surgery. This is why I think that ligament there, right in the center of the video, needs a little bit of stretching to compensate for the fact that it's looser between 2 and 3. So between 3 and 4, maybe it's a little too tight for that, which is why it pulls off toward the pinky, which is why I'm trying to put a little bit of a stretch between it. Not much, just a little. But those are my 2 cents. Either way, I've noticed improvement. Even if the improvement is very little, that's all I'm asking for. Hopefully that little will get better and better and better. You might want to pay attention to these things if you're having a sagittal band slip, or I don't know what you'd actually call that, a knuckle tendon fall off or misalignment. I don't know what you call it. Fortunately, the sagittal band has not ruptured. My middle finger sagittal band is still doing good. It's a lot thicker. You can see that scar. And every morning it's pretty tight, which is great news for me actually, because that means during the night sleep cycle, that those tissues are healing up and getting stronger, and it's reluctant to be loose. So in the morning I kind of just make real light fists, get in the shower, and the hot water helps to loosen it back up. But I don't wake up and just double a fist down, because I think that's stressful to it. I'm still going easy on it. I'm not practicing guitar as much as I did before, but not by much, and maybe I'll work back into it. I'm just trying to give that hand more rest in between playing. My band's going to start playing a lot more, so I want to give it an opportunity to not be overstressed. I'm just kind of gauging it on feel. Anyways, that's pretty much the update. I think it's getting better, and I'm glad to report this. I hope this video helps one of you guys. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you.